African Union Communications, Early Warning, and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing on the progress of the special military operation as of February 14, 2026. The Russian armed forces continue to conduct the special military operation. Units of the North Force Group have improved their tactical position. Formations of a mechanized brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and a border detachment of the Ukrainian Border Service were defeated near the settlements of Novaya Sich, Grafsky, and Miropolye in Sumy Oblast. In Kharkiv Oblast, units of 3 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were defeated near the settlements of Ternovaya and Prikolotny in Kharkiv Oblast. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 190 servicemen, 2 armored combat vehicles, and an artillery piece. 2 ammunition depots and 6 supply depots were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. The personnel and equipment of 2 mechanized brigades, an assault brigade, and a territorial defense brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were defeated near the settlements of Drobyshevo, Krasny Lyman, Svyatogorsk, and Shcherovo in the Donetsk People's Republic and Borovaya in the Kharkiv region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost more than 160 service members and 4 armored combat vehicles, including a U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier and a Canadian-made Senator armored car. 15 vehicles, a field artillery gun, and 3 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their position along the forward edge. 3 mechanized brigades, a motorized infantry brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine brigade, and a National Guard brigade were defeated near the settlements of Sloviansk, Kramatorsk, Minkovka, Golubovka, Krivaya Luka, and Kostiantynivka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost up to 155 service members, 2 British-made Spartan armored personnel carriers, and 5 armored vehicles, including 2 Western-made, 16 vehicles, an artillery piece, an electronic warfare station, an ammunition depot, and 3 supply depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Force Group have taken up more advantageous positions and lines. The personnel and equipment of 4 mechanized brigades, 2 Jaeger brigades, an airmobile brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a territorial defense brigade, and 3 National Guard brigades were defeated near the settlements of Grishino, Belitske, Kucherov Yar, and Zavido Kudashevo in the Donetsk People's Republic and Novopavlivka in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Ukrainian Armed Forces lost over 280 servicemen, 5 armored combat vehicles, 10 vehicles, and 3 field artillery pieces. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance deep into the enemy's defenses. Formations of a mechanized brigade, 2 assault brigades, 2 airborne assault brigades, and 4 assault regiments of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were defeated near the settlements of Bratskoye, Kolomyitsi, and Komunarovka in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast, and Zelena Dibrova and Barvinovka in Zaporizhia Oblast. The enemy lost more than 415 service members, 14 armored combat vehicles, 22 vehicles, 4 field artillery pieces, and an electronic warfare station. Units of the Dnipro Forces Group improved their tactical position. Manpower and equipment of the mechanized and mountain assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were defeated near the settlements of Orakov, Veselyanka, Yulievka, Hrihorivka, and Novoalexandrivka in the Zaporizhia region. Up to 30 Ukrainian service members, 20 vehicles, 2 electronic warfare stations, and an ammunition depot were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian armed forces, damaged energy and transport infrastructure facilities used by the Ukrainian armed forces, the central missile and artillery base, storage and launch sites for long-range unmanned aerial vehicles, as well as temporary deployment sites for Ukrainian armed forces and foreign mercenaries in 154 districts. Air defense systems shot down 8 U.S.-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets and 118 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 670 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 114,075 unmanned aerial vehicles, 650 anti-aircraft missile systems, 27,679 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,664 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 33,277 field artillery pieces and mortars, 54,365 special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.